Okay, here we go. It is semifinals time for IHSA 2018 season. I am Coach Big Pete, aka Peter Longober. Please follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook. Also, feel free to follow the Weenie Report on Twitter and Facebook. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Go ahead, please do. So let's go through the semifinals. Quick reminder: if you like my work, feel free. On the bottom will be the link. Feel free to leave a tip via PayPal. It helps out a lot, especially for travel fees and website maintenance and everything else. So please feel free to do that. Also, Matt Lemming Prep Insider Showcase, still looking for players for last chance. There will be 40 schools there, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure you check it out. Matt Lemming Prep Insider Showcase, last chance showcase, the week after the finals. 2 weeks almost now. So please give it a check out. This is a great chance for you seniors. This is the best last chance showcase because there's a lot of colleges. Unlike the others, there's maybe twice the times the college coaches there. So get your face recognized and everything else. So let's get started. And let's go into 1A. I know the NIUC guys are going to be happy. Forston at Lena Winslow. A good game, going back to each other again, playing each other. It's at Lena Winslow. I think it's going to be a tough game, especially I like Lena Winslow's passing attack against Forston's secondary. I'm going to give the slightest of the edge to Lena Winslow. And in the Forston fans, you can yell at me, and I do apologize. Camp Point Central at Argento Oriana. Argento Oriana they faced every obstacle, and they have hopped over it like it's nobody's business. Again, Coach Dixon is doing a wonderful job at Camp Point Central. What more can you say about that team, especially with the running attack of Camp Point Central? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this, and this is going to be probably one of my only upset picks. I'm going to go with Camp Point Central over a Argenta Oriana. And then I'm not going to do any more favorites and who's going to win and who's going to lose. Those are my two games. So, and Argenta Oriana, if I'm wrong, you can tell me that I'm a dumbass. No doubt about it. 2A. 2A is a big game. I really like this game, Gibson City versus EPC. I really like EPC. I like Gibson City. I think this is going to be one of the best games in the state of Illinois for Saturday. I think it's going to be the most competitive games this Saturday. I really do. I do like the twins out of EPC. I really dig that EPC defensive line. I thought they did a wonderful job, and I dig their coverages. The problem with Gibson City is that they got so many great athletes. Taratina. They have a lineman, Workman. It's going to be a good game. They also have, I think, a punter / kicker, a good special teams player too as well. It's going to be a great game. Definitely a game to see. Merrill Forsyth versus St. Teresa Decatur. Another great game. Ian Brenner, Merrill Forsyth. Josh Jostis is the head coach, leading a great squad of Merrill Forsyth players. Good offensive line, solid group of athletes. Going against St. Teresa, where it's just a great group of athletes. And you got your Cartier Wright, who is just an absolute beast. Good secondary as well. One of the best secondaries in the 2A, 3A, you could say. But it's going to be a good game as Merrill Forsyth takes on St. Teresa Decatur. So we go to 3A. Bryan goes to Herscher, the Herscher Tigers. Bryan disposed of the Lyle Lions. This is going to be a tough game, but I think Bryan's going to get the W in this game. Herscher deserves all the credit in the world this season. They were dead in the dirt, Herscher. They came out of the dirt and they rose fast and they rose quick. They deserve accolades, especially that's a sign of great mental toughness from those kids of what Herscher did this season. I'm very much impressed with Herscher, but I think the gas ran out too much, and I think Bryan's going to win that game. And I said it was only going to be 1A. That's going to be my only game that I'm going to talk about. Then I'm going to give a little bit of a favor to who's going to win. Carlinville, Monticello's a good game. Monticello's got a great offense. Carlinville's got a huge offense. Easter Day, Dixon at wide receiver. Definitely another top game in the state of Illinois, Carlinville, Monticello. Again, both teams could give some trouble to Bryan. So this is, again, blessed that I see for going up to 4A. It's a big help. Next, talking about IC, Richmond, Vernon, and IC. Can Richmond, Vernon beat IC? Yes, they can, because of that offense and the great line that they have. Will it be tough? Yes, it will be tough. But IC is just, again, just it's a team that's got too much talent. They had a tough game against Marengo. I think it was a bit of an eye opener for that team, and we'll see what happens. Now, this is a huge game, and I wish more media outlets would pay attention to Rochester at Bishop Mack. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's really going to be a good game, an exciting game, especially being at Bishop Mack. Rochester going to Bishop Mack, the Rockets going to Bishop Mack. That offense going against that secondary of Bishop Mack is going to be very interesting, especially Bishop Mack's offensive line going against Rochester's defensive line. We will see what happens. It's going to be a great game. Now we get into 5A, Hillcrest at Julia Catholic. This is a really good game. Julia Catholic, they obliterated Highland. I thought it was going to be a tough game. I thought Highland was going to get the win. Hillcrest, every game that has been on their table, they have taken care of. Hillcrest goes to Julia Catholic now. I really do believe that Hillcrest can get the W. I really do believe that Hillcrest can get the W in here. I hope they do, because Coach Mo and what that coaching staff and those players have done for that program is unbelievable. Next, Montini at Sterling. Montini travels to Sterling. This is another big game. I like the fact that they're going to Sterling. I think one of the key things about Sterling is, again, good group of wide receivers, good group of defensive backs. What the main questions is going to be their line. How's the defensive line respond to that Lombard offensive line, and how does that Lombard defensive line respond to that Sterling offensive line? It's going to be about the ground. It's going to be basically about the ground game and line play between Montini versus Sterling. But if it turns into a Montini and Julia Catholic match, wow, that's a huge game. All right, let's go to 6A. Cary Grove at Niles Notre Dame. Cary Grove is going to Niles. Niles Notre Dame. They've done everything right. Ty Gavin, athlete, one of the top athletes in the state of Illinois. Cary Grove, smash mouth football. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a really good game. But I think that Cary Grove, you got to give it a little bit of a slight edge to. I like Cary Grove. I like the coach, the quarterback at McDonald, Addison West. Those linemen do a wonderful job at Cary Grove. Next, Richards at Crete-Monee. Richards looks good this season. Sebastian Castro, Walter Riley, Eli Dockery, defensive end. They got another defensive end. They got a running back. They got just a solid roster, especially with that great coaching staff, one of the best in the state. Going to Crete-Monee, another great coaching staff as well. Good rush game as well on their defensive end side / edge rushers. It's going to be a good game, but I'm going to give the slightest edge to Richards. I think Richards is going to win that game. All right, deep dish football game of the week, playoff game of the week, Batavia at Nazareth Academy. What more can you say? This is going to be an epic game, and I think there's going to be a sea of red at Nazareth Academy, no doubt about it. I think half the town of Batavia is going to be in LaGrange Park Road, but LaGrange. I keep forgetting where the Nazareth Academy's main thing is. They had it unincorporated, whatever place it was. So Batavia at Nazareth Academy. I think it's going to be a game based on the run. I really am stressful about that. If it gets to the air game, you got to give the edge to Nazareth. If it goes to the ground game, you have to give the edge to Batavia. We'll see what happens. Next, Mount Carmel at St. Charles North. St. Charles North, they just keep shocking the world. They do a hell of a job. Great team. Coach Pomazak deserves all the accolades. And what those players have done is unbelievable. As Mount Carmel takes on St. Charles North, Mount Carmel will be coming in with a great group of, again, good line, good offensive line, good defensive line, a great group of athletes. But I really do think that Tyler Newbin is going to be the key for this game against Mount Carmel. It's going to be a good game. Keep an eye out for it. 8A. All right, and as you guys know, my immortal rule, and a lot of coaches' immortal rule is this. If you see a team, if you played the team in a regular season, and you see them and you beat them, that coach does not want to see them again in the playoffs because they usually lose. This is going to be a tough part. Brother Rice and Marist. This is a great game. I really do think I see that. I think the Brother Rice has an advantage with their offensive line over Marist's defensive line, especially the A and B gap holes are just they're going to obliterate Marist with that one. But I think Marist has got a little bit too much speed over Brother Rice. I really think that the unsung hero for that game for Marist, to me, is going to be Mike Market. It's going to be he's going to have to be huge. And being from Brother Rice, he's on a warpath no matter what. And then you got just a great group of athletes on Brother Rice. Should be a good game. And this is just me as I'll take away the analyst and all that other stuff and put it aside. Just me as a fan, I really want Coach Backey to win. I'm sorry, I want Coach Backey to win. All the crap that he's been on through and all that BS. I hope the guy wins. I really hope the guy wins. That's just me as a fan, and just I hope Backey wins. I think he deserves it. And that's just me as a fan. Now I'll go back to the analyst stuff. All right, Lincoln Way East versus Loyola Wilmette. I think Loyola's dream train has ended. Lincoln Way East is just too much. And I think one of the main things that A.J. Henning hasn't gotten that many touches. A lot of people are thinking that A.J. Henning's winning the games, all that stuff. No, this is a team effort. A.J. Henning's good. He's had some great plays, but this is a team effort by Lincoln Way East. That's even scarier. So keep an eye out for it. Please follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com if you have any questions. And again, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal link. I'll put the PayPal link on the bottom. Thank you guys so much. Deep Dish Football Live is this Thursday at 8 p.m. Thank you guys so much, and have a lovely day.